So today we're going to go ahead and install Webmin. Webmin is an application that runs on the server that allows you to remotely access it and issue commands as if you're connected to the server via SSH or another utility. The advantages of Webmin are that it's easy to use, and also it's something that you can access remotely via your cell phone or anything that has a web browser built into it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to connect to my development server. And I'm going to log in as root, which is not advised. Typically you want to log in as a normal user account and then sudo up to root, but this is in fact a development server, so the rules are a little bit more lax here. And from here, on CentOS, there are two different files that you might have to edit. On CentOS 7, which is what I'm running on this server, I need to edit etc. yum.repos.d/webmin.repo. And this is a new text file that we're going to create. And then I'm going to copy and paste the repo information, which I'll leave at the bottom of this video. If you're running CentOS 6, you'll want to edit etc. yum repos.d and then webmin.repo. A little bit of a nitpick there, but it makes a big difference depending on which version of CentOS you're running. From there, we'll need to import the Gpg key. We're going to run this rpm command here, rpm-import, which allows rpm to see the new key that we'll use when yum downloads these signed RPMs. From here, it's just as easy as yum install Webmin. And then from here, Webmin is installed. Now if you'll notice, it tells us that we can log into the development server. In this case, it's the host name that I set so I don't get the two servers mixed up, via port 10,000 with using our normal root username and root password. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to check something and just make sure that it's set to run at startup. So I'm going to run the chconfig utility. That'll make sure that Webmin runs at startup. And I'm a little paranoid here. I like to make sure that Webmin is actually listening right now. So I'm running this command called nmap, which you'll have to yum install nmap if you don't already have it installed. Personally, I recommend it be installed in every web server. That way you can test to make sure that a service is actually listening on a port before you start to connect to it. So from here, we're going to go ahead and connect to the development server. We're going to use HTTPS, and then it's just dev.emptyhikes.com :10,000. We're going to log in with the username of root, and then the password will be just your normal root password. From here we have the Webmin status page. It tells us important information such as the memory used, as well as disk space, package updates that are available, etc. Expanding the few tabs that we have here, we have the ability to shut down the server, check on file systems, disk quotas, etc., running processes, cron jobs, and then further on down the list, we have my personal favorite, which is the command shell. From here, we can just enter a basic command. So for instance, here I'm going to just go ahead and mmap the local host again real quick. And then it runs the command. The nice thing about this too is even though I can use the services, the servers tab to restart the individual services that are installed, if something's acting weird, I can always just manually restart that service just via this command here. It's quite useful. From here we can also go to the SSH Login, which does require Java. A lot of web browsers nowadays may not support it. I'm particularly running Linux, so Java support's something that I've never really bothered to add to my web browser. And from here we can view disk partitions, printer administration, system time, basically anything that you can do with a Linux server, you can do via Webmin. So if you have a chance, check it out. It's easy to install, easy to play with, and I'm going to have a bunch of tutorials on how to drill down and do things like add Apache virtual hosts, restart system services in the event of a failure, as well as restart the server itself and edit configuration files. And again, my name is Chris Pace. If you have any questions, hit me up on the YouTube chat. I'm going to go ahead and leave this screen up here that shows you the repo information to add, as well as the commands that are used here today. And again, those will also be down in the comments. But hey, thanks for watching, and keep tuned, because like I said, later on down the road here, within the playlist, we'll have more tutorials for you.